Hare Krishna. Yesterday we were discussing about the eating, sleeping, mating, defending of the Supreme Lord. How the Supreme Lord eats chapan bhog. You can't eat like him, isn't it? Or how the Supreme Lord sleeps. His sleeping is such that he produces millions of universes from the pores of his body. Even while lying in Yoga Nidra. And what is his mating? A Supreme Lord can be dancing with millions of gopis without getting attached to them. Or the Lord can have 10 children from each of the queens of Dwaraka. Neither of the two we can do. And how does the Lord defend? We said that how the Lord killed so many demons sent by Kamsa. At last he killed Kamsa also. The Lord can never be defeated by anybody. That is his defending. Now this is the way the Lord is different from the Jivas. But the Lord's devotees are also very special. Why are the devotees of the Lord very attractive? Similar to the Lord, empowered by the Lord, the devotees also have very special ability. For example, the eating of the devotees is very simple. Look at Raghunath Das Goswami or Shuklambar Brahmachari or the Rup Sanatan. They were eating chickpeas and sleeping under different trees every day. It's mentioned. So the devotees eat very frugally. And devotees sleep, Prabhupada explains, you can read the purport to the verse, Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu. If you read that purport, Prabhupada says, the Goswami slept only 2.5 hours, he says. Of course, my Guru Maharaj used to say, if you try to imitate the Goswamis, you will die, used to say. So we can't imitate them, but advanced devotees, their eating and sleeping is very meager. And what about mating? In the Vaikuntha planets, you can refer to the verse 3.15.20. Yat sankulam haripadanadi matra drishtair vaiduryamarakata hema mayir vimanaihi yesham brihat katitataspita shobhimukhyah krishnatmana naraja adadurutsmayadhyaihi. In this verse it is said, in the Vaikuntha planets, the husband and wives, their bodies look like clouds and lightnings. And they fly together in aeroplanes made of lapis lazuli, which means Vaidurya. And their bodies are extremely beautiful, handsome, but they are not attracted to each other. They are attracted to service of the Supreme Lord, it is said. So in that purport, Prabhupada writes that in the spiritual world, there is no attraction for sex pleasure because they are getting a very high quality pleasure of the service to the Supreme Lord, he says. In this way, devotees of the Lord are not attracted to eating, sleeping and mating. And what about the defending? Once I heard a very profound series of 4 statements from my spiritual master. He said, listen without defending, speak without offending, live without pretending, love without expecting. So where are these 4 statements coming from? Listen without pretending means amanina. Even if somebody insults me, I am willing to learn some good lessons from that insult. Listen without defending. Speak without offending, which means respecting. Respecting all living entities. Because if we offend, we have no respect. And love without expecting, that is tolerance. You can only be like a Chataka Pakshi, tolerating even the thunderbolt and the lightning in the sky, waiting for the rains, only if you have tolerance. So we have love without expecting. And what is live without pretending? That is honesty, which is humility. Humility is honesty. So what is this famous verse? Trunadapi shuni chena, tarorapi sakishnuna, amani namanadena, kirtani sadahari. So, great devotees, they rise above the material tendencies of eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and they do it minimally, whatever is needed to keep the body and soul together. But when it comes to the spiritual principles of respect, tolerance, no expectation of any respect in return, and humility, So these beautiful qualities decorate the body of the devotees. So because of that, the devotees are also greatly attractive. And the devotees are the awarders of the holy name in the Guru Parampara. So by giving the gift of the holy name to the jivas, they purify the heart of the jivas and uplift them and bring them to the standard of Krishna consciousness. So therefore, when we are chanting the holy name, we have to consider these qualities also in our daily practice. From the time we rise early in the morning up to the time we go to bed at night, what are the material and spiritual qualities that we are sticking to? As I was telling just now, materially one should accept minimum. Maximize Krishna time, minimize Maya time. So the devotees of the Lord need minimum material resources for their sustenance, survival. And when it comes to spiritual qualities, they adopt this beautiful verse of Trinada Peshunichana. So this will actually enhance our consciousness to a degree where we can come to the point of chanting the holy name offenselessly. Because without cultivating such qualities like this, we become clouded by material vibrations and it is very difficult to call out the holy name, isn't it? But by cultivating these qualities, which we see in very exalted devotees, then we can also come to the standard of inoffensive chanting of the holy name. Harinam Prabhu ki